D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I finished last night the newest episode of Batwoman. And two things with this show is one, last week was the worst episode ever. And you guys came out, you guys showed up, you did the work and you showed up. Unfortunately, you got the worst episode of this show ever. This episode was bad. It wasn't as bad as last week, but this episode was bad. I don't understand the writers of this show and how they just completely do not understand the assignment. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's so stupid. And I just like, it's fine, but whatever and everything. Before I get started, though, on this breakdown and review, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine always get pushed to the back of the line. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So let's get started on this breakdown and review. Okay, so it starts off, if you remember last week, what's her face, the crazy, she went and lived with Sophie. Alice went and lived with Sophie. So it starts off, they're watching an old scary movie, and she's got her face covered, and she's putting her feet on Sophie, which is gross. Don't put your feet on people. That's nasty. Okay, I don't understand that. And then she's all like, "This is terrifying," and I'm like, "No, it's not. Stop it." Ugh, yeah, lame. So they're sitting here, and they hear a noise out on the balcony. And so they both grab bottles. Oh, and she's all like, "Did you drink my Pinot? I was saving that," and everything. And she's all, I don't remember what she said, like, "I'm on vacation" or some crap like that. So they open up. It's Batwoman. Of course it is. So she comes in. She's like, "The door was locked." Yes, Psycho. Oh, that's what you do with houses. You lock your door. So then she comes in, and she's all like, "What are you doing?" She's all like, "I'm here to get you because there's another Batman item that we need to go get." So they go and they find this dude, and he's got a little boa on him, and he's all wrapped up and everything. Which they're all like, it's Catwoman's whip. And she's like, "Why don't we just tell her this is Catwoman's whip? And then, then I'll mark another one off her list. So then we don't have to worry about it." And she's all like, "That's a good face. This is how I feel about the show." So she's all like, "Well, Catwoman and Batman had a thing," which I love how everybody just knows about this stuff now. It's crazy. Like, if you watch Titans, like Tim Drake knew, and I'm all like, what's going on here? But with this one, okay, so she's like, apparently Bruce Wayne and Batwoman and Batman and Catwoman had a thing, and she stole a nanotech from Wayne Enterprises and infused it into her whip, and now it can't break. And she's like, "And this isn't it." So then back at Wayne Enterprises, she's trying to fix the mess that she caused with her mom, because her mom plummeted her stock for the company. And the guy from the last episode told her, sorry, I'm really bored with this episode. The guy from the last episode told her, as long as you're CEO, the stock is going to continue to drop and everything because people don't have confidence in you. And me, I just go, yeah, so step down, stupid. I'm like, you're a under 30 like bartender, and you can think you can run a multi $1 million company. Like, come on, what's going on here? So anyways, so he's all like, "Yeah, it's down 53%. And he's like, "I thought you said you're gonna fix it." And she's like, "I am," and everything. Then the sister comes in, and she's like, "You forgot to mention this invite from your mom, Jada, for a dinner and everything." And she's like, "Are you going to go?" And then she gets like, she's all like, "I need a drink of water because my throat is all clogged up." And she's like drinking the water like it's water. And so it's from the plans, it's going to have something to do with the fact that she is now a plant. And I can't remember what she brings up, but so then Alice, she's all like, "I'm gonna take a date." Sorry, it's early and this show's boring. And so Alice is all sitting and drinking a mocha frappe, and she's all like, they're getting ready, and what time is it? But anyways, so they're getting ready, and she's all like, "You're going to this thing or whatnot," and I don't remember what they say, but they go to the dinner, And Ghetto Alfred's all like, would you like something to drink? The lady, recommends this type of wine. I can't remember what it was. And she's like, no, I'm good and everything. And he's like, dinner will be ready shortly, yada, yada, yada. Jada comes down and she's all like, this is my girlfriend. She's like, it's good to meet you. She's like, tell her there's one more. So then before you leave, so the butler comes in and tells the chef, he's like, there will be one more for dinner, yada. This guy, he's talking to this pig. And I just go, what? Why are you talking to me? And it's if it's Professor Pig from the comic books. I've never liked this character from the comic books. I always thought he was stupid, but I'm all like, this show went in the wrong direction with Professor Pig, and they could have done something interesting with him, but they didn't, and because they're stupid and they don't know how to write. So he's still talking to this pig, even when it cuts its head off. It's so stupid. So then she's asking how they met, and they're coming up with their lame story. And she's all like, I just think at the end of the day, you want to find somebody that's loyal and everything. Doesn't mention happiness and everything. So Sophie goes to the bathroom. And they're sitting here talking. Then Marcus shows up. Dun, dun, dun. Because he wasn't invited. And she's like, Marcus, we weren't expecting you. So then back in the Batcave, she's like, Batcave, come in. And everything. And she puts in a thing underneath her desk. And then she finds this picture of their family that she folded up just to show her and Marcus. And that's the dad, which we'll find out what happened to him later, which is so, unique and interesting. Hint. Or spoiler, he has a peanut allergy. Anyways, so she hides the thing. She comes in and she's like, the bathroom is one floor down. She's like, big house and everything. She knows something's afoot, which of course you do. At that point, I would have been like, get out of my house. You don't go through my diary and expect to get to stay for dinner, fuckface. So then he's all like, how come you didn't tell me about this? And she's all like, I didn't know you didn't know about this or some crap like that. And he's like, I thought that was loyalty. Da, da, da. And I'm all like, she doesn't know you. She barely knows you. She knows your name. And you're the fact that you're her brother, half brother, probably. Because who's her dad? That's the question. It's probably Bruce Wayne. I bet you. I have this theory that she's going to be the daughter of Bruce Wayne. It's going to be so stupid. Anyways. And then she's gonna be the heiress to 2 multi-million-dollar companies, and she's gonna run it by herself because girl power and everything. So, anyways, Alice is talking to Renee Montoya, and she's all like, "Go through these files, tell me who this bad guy is." So she's going through, and she finds a file for Poison Ivy that says classified, and it's a lot thicker than the other files. She's all like, you're really looking for Poison Ivy. Why are you looking for Poison Ivy? Tell me now, and everything. So in the back of the dinner, they're all looking at this pig that's been had its head cut off and everything. And they're all looking at like, I'm not going to eat that. And I'm all like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'll eat a pig's ass if you cook it right. Like, come on. So, and she's like, I'm a vegetarian, so I'm good and everything. I'm not going to eat that and everything. And she's all like, a baby pig or whatever she called it is considered a delicacy in some countries. And I'm all like, yeah, eat that shit up and everything. So they're sitting there talking. He's pissed. And this girl was super annoying. How many times have you ran into these bitches where she's all like, obviously, there's some problems here. And she does her psychobabble talk where she talks about like psychiatry stuff. But like, let's just get this straight. It was like somebody took a diagnosis off Google, like they typed in psychiatrist diagnosis, and they just copy and pasted it. It was so generic and bland. I was all like, you got to be kidding me, right? And so she goes to the bathroom and she's like starting to feel numb, and she's like, why can't I feel my hands? She's like, turn the knob, Amber. She turns around and Professor Pig cuts her up, all Psycho style, but not as cool. So they're sitting here. He's still pissed that she didn't tell, and they're drinking this wine. And then he starts to feel all tingly in the hands, and so do the rest of them. And he collapses on the table and everything. And then Professor Pig comes in. What is this? Oh my God, this is so stupid. See, him dressing up as a pig makes no sense in this context because they didn't explain anything. This show sucks. Oh my goodness. So then he's all like explaining to her the reason he's doing this is because he worked at Jada Jadaverse. I don't remember the name of her company. He worked there in as a chef, and she complained about his cooking or something like that. Got fired. Then nobody would hire him because Jada Jet said his cooking sucked, so nobody would hire him. He got a divorce, lost his family, lost his house, lost everything, kind of thing. And she's like, I'm sorry, and everything. And then he's all like, it's just business, dude, and everything. And so she grabs a knife and she stabs him. And then they all are able to get up and everything because he put a paralytic in the things. They're all going like numb and everything, but they're all able to walk around the whole time. I'm like, when is this paralytic going to kick in? So then they're all going upstairs because she found Amber. I think that was her name. She's dead. Yeah, she did. So they and everything. Professor Pig. What are we looking at? Oh my God, this show is so stupid. What is going on here? There's no imagination with this show. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, and she's able to fight him off. Like, that's the thing. I don't get it. She's got a paralytic running through her system and she's able to fight him off still. So they get into her panic room and she's like, I had one of my closets turned into a panic room. Like, what? A whole closet? But so he starts to go all shaky and everything. And back here, she's explaining that her and Poison Ivy were roommates in college. They were girlfriends. They were like, and I mean, like girlfriends, I mean, like they were scissoring like hardcore in college and everything. And she was so smart and she knew everything about plants and everything. But then a boy injected her with stuff and she went all crazified. Yeah, that's how I feel about the show. And everything. And so that's the guy there. It's blurry, sorry. But then she starts to see postcards again from Daddy Dearest and everything. So she's like, I can't believe this is happening again. She's like, what's happening again? She's like, that I'm here in this situation or some crap like that. Bad writing. Anyways, so back there, she's like, drink this water and everything. And they need adrenaline. And so they decide they're gonna go. There's some EpiPens. So there's some EpiPens in the basement because they put it in their camping supplies, which this kind of plays in later, but we'll talk about it in a minute. But so then she's all like, I'm going out. She's like, don't do it. And she's like, I'm going to need you to distract him kind of thing. So then she gets on he's building a bomb out of like Febreze and like laundry detergent. And I'm all like, what's going on here? Like, I'm pretty sure you could. I don't think you can build a bomb from Febreze and like, soap. So I don't think you can. I mean, like me, I don't know. I don't know the whole bomb making thing. It's so stupid though. And she gets on the horn and she's all like, Professor Pig, come in here. I want to talk to you and everything. Oh, and she's going to go to the basement and get the epinephrine, the EpiPens, but she sees the knife and she's going to go for it. But she collapses and she knocks over a bunch of pans. She's like, ooh, and everything. And me, I go, yeah, because you're stupid. Like, you went for the weapon. You could have just went for the EpiPen. He wouldn't have known. He wouldn't have known that you were in there. So she hides, but she sees him coming. And that's another thing. She's hidden, and then she sees him coming through the thing. So she grabs it and gets in his line of sight. And then I'm like, why didn't you just hide, stupid? So then they're fighting. She goes down the stairs. And she hits him with the pan in his leg that she stabbed before. And she gets into the basement. I don't remember what these two are talking about, but she sees the EpiPens and they're on the top shelf. Of course they are. And then the bookshelf collapses on her. She can't reach it. She just barely reach it, right? And so he comes and gets her. So then back at the thing, she's sitting here talking about this guy with Alice. And then she's like, what's up with this garden? And she's all like, plants are better than people. And she keeps scratching her arm where you remember 2 episodes ago where Poison Ivy's took her and injected the thorn in her or whatnot. And then she's all like, what's this? And she's all like, something about how she was hanging out at Central Park or something like that, Gotham Park and stuff. And she sees the Poison Ivy stuff. So then he's got Ryan and everything. And he lays her on the bed. And he's about to like take her out. They get the EpiPens in there. And let me just tell you right now, the EpiPens, if you saw hold on, let me go back. If you saw those EpiPens, look how big those freaking needles are on those EpiPens. That's not how EpiPens are. The needle is not exposed. It's got a cap on it. The writers of the show are stupid. Like, I don't even know if this would work. The whole, if an EpiPen would do this to you, because she gets stabbed. She stabs herself with an EpiPen and she's all like, and everything. I don't know if that's how it would work. I'm not a doctor, but I don't think that's how it would work. But the show needs it to work like that because, you know, it sucks. So then she comes out and she's like, I'm sorry I hurt you, but please don't hurt them and everything. And everybody gets shot with EpiPens. And then he's standing there and he comes in and he gets stabbed by Marcus. And then Marcus just goes to town on him. She's like, oh, gosh, Marcus. So stupid. And he's covered in blood. So then back here, she's all like, it's Flamingo, which is also a character from the comic books that I personally didn't like. It was just, I don't know. He's just not a good character, but you know, they're always trying to create new bad guys. And I'm all like, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if you're going to create a bad guy, don't create Flamingo or Professor Pig. So she's all like, does this get me my vacation get out of jail free card kind of thing? And she's all like, what's this? She's like, it's part of her Ivies. And she's like, it's not the Ivies because it's dead. She's like, the only reason it dies is because it's injected itself into somebody else, like a host. She's all like, I know what's going on here. It's Mary, quite contrary. So anyway, so the cops show up. They're talking about girl power and how they got each other's back or some crap like that, some stupid shit. So she goes in to talk to Jada and she's all like, long story short, she's all like, when Marcus was a child, there was an incident on a school trip with the Joker. And he took his little hand buzzer and put it up to Marcus's forehead and zapped him. Since that day, he hasn't been the same. He's a psycho. And she's like, he's been nothing but nice to me. And she's all like, psychopaths are charming 95% of the time. She's watching all this thing. The first one is him burning ants with a magnifying glass. And I'm all like, okay. I'm like, I've never done that before, but I mean, like, I guess so. And then it shows him throwing this thing at her because he doesn't want to call his dad to wish him happy birthday. And last but not least, shows him giving his dad a burger on a camping trip, and he put peanut butter on it because he's got a peanut allergy. And then she's like, where's your pens? So I'm assuming that the dad's dead now. And so she's like, everything I've done to this point has been to protect you. But now I need your help. Bitch, what? You sank her company? Well, her company, the Wayne Enterprises, to help her? What kind of rationale is that? That's not rationale. That's stupid. This is bad writing. I can't tell you how bad writing this is. So she's all like, just stop Marcus. And he paints like a face. Like he'd be the new Joker, which if he is, so stupid. So I just want to say that this show, like before they made all white men bad on the show, they're all angry white men. Now they've done the angry black guy. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get what's going on. Now, all the black ladies in this show are just so gosh darn amazing. And then all the men on this show no matter what color they are all angry, and they just want to bring the women down because, defeat the patriarchy. This show is ridiculously bad, and this episode was really bad. It's so stupid. And if they just took a hot minute to come up with an over, because this season, I thought, and I've said it from the beginning, that I thought this concept of them hunting down all these items from past villains and having like the 2.0 version of these villains on the show, I thought was actually a pretty good idea. It's just the problem with this show is its execution. Its execution sucks. They do not know how to write. Caroline Dries is a bad writer. She's a bad showrunner. And Ruby Rose said so in her little emails, which I believe Ruby Rose on that, because Caroline Dries seems like an idiot, a big freaking moron. Yeah, okay. That's my breakdown and review of this stupid episode. It's so stupid. I can't wait for next week so we can all laugh. And that's another thing. Everybody's like, why do you watch this show? And I say every time the same thing. How can I not watch this show? It's the funniest thing on TV right now. I have a good laugh. A small piece of me wants to like react live to them, but I can't put it up on the screen because then copyright issues, yada, yada, yada. All right. Well, that is my breakdown and review of this crap show, this crap episode. Tell me, what did you guys think about it? I'm pretty sure you hate me now, but it's fine. I can deal with it. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat plays. You guys have a good week. Bye.